And now, with an update on the weather, here's RPN meteorologist Doug Schrein. Good afternoon, everybody. Before we get you off to puck drop in Sioux City, Iowa, we have got a short little weather update for you. Right now, 55 degrees, perfectly sunny skies out there, not a cloud in sight. Well, at least barely not a cloud in sight. Wind, it is blowing a little bit, but 10 miles an hour shouldn't affect anything too much. Now, for tonight, once the game's over with, in fact, the temperature's only going to increase up to 60 degrees by the time the game's over tonight. So once it's over, go out and enjoy the nice weather on Sunday evening. Now, for tomorrow, not as warm, unfortunately. Now, we'll go back to the mid-40s tomorrow before we get back to 58 degrees on Tuesday and 65 on Wednesday. However, though, there is a chance for some storms. But the only storm that's going to be brewing here tonight is in the arena, and it's between the Tri-City Storm and the Sioux City Musketeers. The only storm in sight is the Sioux City Musketeers. You know, let's compare them to hail or whatever. They're going to trounce right on Tri-City like Fargo's done the last 2 nights. Let's see how well they do. Go Muskies. Sioux City Musketeers hockey on RVN starts right now.
Nice 57-degree day here in Sioux City, Iowa. We have a hot potential playoff preview here in the house this afternoon between the Tri-City Storm and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ronnie Vadine. So glad you could be with us here this afternoon for our broadcast. Yeah, this could be a potential playoff matchup right here between both of these teams. It's possible. I don't think it will. I think we'll play Fargo, to be quite honest with you. But hey, we still got 1 week and 1 game left for each of these teams. So who knows? Tri-City, let's see here. Let me flip my sheet over here. Tri-City going into tonight, they are at 27-28, 3-1. That is 58 points on the year, and they've got 6th place overall in the Western Conference for Sioux City. 31-21, 3-4. That is 69 points on the season and 4th place in the Western Conference. Sioux City, they're riding a 7-game winning streak right now. They are extremely hot right now. I mean, a couple of those games were some duds, let's be honest, but they've had some close ones in there too, and well, last night was a perfect example. I thought they didn't play as well as they usually do. They maybe were a little fatigued because of, they play Dubuque, which is, well, they're second in the East for a reason. So, I mean, but they played a great game there. Last night they were barely able to pull through, so we'll see what happens today against Tri-City. Right now, Sioux City, they're just 3 points behind 3rd place Waterloo. Right now, Waterloo, they've lost 3 straight. They've had some injury problems and stuff like that. In fact, their 2 good goaltenders are out with injury, so that has really not been a good thing for Waterloo. I still think they'll stay in 3rd place. I think we will stay in 4th, at least I hope they do. Lincoln, they clinched, that's the #1 team in the whole entire league, by the way. They clinched the Anderson Cup last night versus Madison in Madison, so that was nice for them, I guess. So, yeah, this is going to be a great matchup. We'll see how these teams stack up, and we'll have more on the pregame show, and it's coming up right after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
for everybody.
I can always count on butt drugs. When I think drugs, I think butt drugs.
For all my health needs, I turn to butt drugs.
You want home gal service, cheap hot coke and liquor. So that's the ticket. You can tell Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens exactly where to stick it. Above a butt drug.
We love drugs.
Above a butt drug. Above a butt drug. Free party in the rear. Above a butt drug.
I love butt drugs.
Said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional.
What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked. My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing.
Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it. I'm sexy and I know it.
Shit my pants. Right here? Shit my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants and it's very convenient. Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie. I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you're coming up to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Car. Bad deal. Cars that break down. If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill, you can kiss my ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your tray. Bring your type. Bring your wife. We'll fuck her. That's right. We'll fuck your wife. Because at Big Bill Hell, you're but 6 ways from Sunday. Take a hike to Big Bill Hell. Home of challenge pissing. That's right. Challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off. At Big Bill Hell, the only dealer that tells you to fuck off. Hurry up, asshole. This event ends the minute after you write us a check. And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker. Go to hell. Big Bill Hell's Car. Home of the most filthiest and exclusive home of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland. Guaranteed. What a great talk. You're doing a fantastic job. But people expect me to come out here and be upset, so I'm gonna kick some dirt. You understand? Yeah, I understand that. Well, lately I've been feeling happy and content. Yeah, you seem different. Oh, it's really giving it to me. You better kick me out of this game. I've got a reputation to uphold. Fine, you're out of here. Say all the rest of the world in a second. Drinking water makes you feel better and a lot less irritable. You make your body healthy. Drink Big One. Good morning, all. Time to get into a beautiful song on this beautiful Sunday morning.
Get your free pocket-sized St. John Ambulance First Aid Kit and basic first aid guide, because you never know when you're going to need it. Only with the Sun Herald this Sunday.
Welcome back, everybody, to our pregame show. Ronnie Vadine here with you in the broadcast booth. Well, let's take a look all at this weekend for both these teams. Tri-City, they've been in Fargo all weekend long. Friday night, a tough loss, 6-2. Last night, probably even tougher, 6-3. Not good performance from Tri-City by far. Of course, I already mentioned we barely won, I guess we could call it, versus Dubuque on Friday night. And, well, I think last night was even worse against Cedar Rapids, but we were able to get the win, get the goal late in order to win it. So, and that's all that matters, the result. I mean, yeah, we could say, oh, they played bad, oh, they played good, you know, what have you, but you know what? If they win, that is what truly matters, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, so it should be an interesting one here. Both these teams are probably going to be tired from, you know, the 2 games this weekend, but It's going to be a matter of where is it going to show? Which team's going to show it the most? So, yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, this could be a potential playoff matchup. So, although I think more than likely we'll be playing Fargo, not Tri-City, because it's a 4-point gap, and if they lose today, Tri-City, then it's going to be tough. I'll just say that. Because Fargo, they go, well, let's take a look at both these teams. Well, Tri-City and Fargo for next weekend. Tri-City, Friday night, they will be in Lincoln, and Sioux Falls will actually go to Fargo on Friday night. Saturday, Lincoln, well, both teams for each matchup will switch locations. So, yeah, although both Lincoln and Sioux Falls, they really don't have much to play for right now, to be quite honest with you. They've already clinched first and second, so for sure I think you can bet either Lincoln or excuse me, Tri-City or Fargo will win one of those games. So, yeah. All right, let's take a look at who's in and who's not in for both of these teams. We'll start out with Tri-City. Their scratches: Charlie Pardue, he is injured; Noah Ziske, Mason Jensen, Reese Wallen, he's injured; and Easton Pace. And then for Sioux City, it'll be Cole Tuminaro and Tyler Dysert, like always. But Trey Jeffress, he was injured last night in a really bad collision. So, yeah, he will be out. Well, hopefully not too long, because we're going to need him in the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say. We'll now get to the starting lineup for Tri-City. They're going to start their first line, both on the offense and the defense. And that is at left wing, Attila Lippe; at center, Nolan Road; and at right wing, Carmelo Crandell. The defensemen: at left defense, Sean McEwen; at right defense, Bodie Leyland; and their starting goaltender will be Michael Pradel. Mid-season pickup for Tri-City. Adam Dybel will, of course, be the backup. Well, we're going to run down Sioux City's line chart here. First line, because of the injury to Trey Jeffress, they have Coach Kersey has mixed up some of the lines, at least on the offense. And, part of that could also, be because of last night, because I don't think he was really happy about how last night went either. So they're going to put Giacomo Martino back up on the first line with Landon Gunderson and Tate Pritchard. The second line, Luke Gehry will move up there with Oliver Smirnieks, and Nikita Klepov will get an upgrade to the second line too. Third line, Dallas View, Justin Stupka, and Nick Sikora. Fourth line, Gavin Gary, Kason Musket, and Max Anderson. The defensemen, not really a whole lot of changes, but first line will consist of Landon Nyes and Liam Hupka. Second line, Anthony Elaine Samaki and Drake Murray. Third line, Owen Keefe and Christian Lyons. And even though they're stated as extras, it's pretty much another line of defensemen with Jake Delaney and Shane Gold. Urban's going to get the start again here this afternoon. Bjorn with the backup. He had a great performance last night. So, yeah. We are inching closer and closer and closer to puck drop here in Sioux City, Iowa. They're playing videos up on the board right now, obviously. But, yeah, potential playoff matchup. I think, it could be, but I don't know. I don't think the standings are going to change very much, honestly, from now until Saturday. Saturday is the final day of the regular season. And then immediately starts up with playoffs on Monday. We won't play until Tuesday, though. It'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in a best-of-3 series here at Tyson, either against Tri-City or Fargo. Because of the circus, they have to have an extra day to put the ice back in and get it all fresh and ready to go. So, yeah, that's why we'll start Tuesday instead of Monday. So, yeah. So, and then the winner of that series will play, of course, number 1 Lincoln. So, yeah, I think we can definitely play well against Lincoln. That's all I'm going to say. We have this season. In fact, we split the season series, something I don't think any of the other teams have done. So that just shows you how resilient we are on that front. Not to brag or anything like that, but of course, obviously, I am bragging a little bit. So, Yeah. But yeah, this will be the final home game for the Muskies of the regular season. They'll be away in not in Fargo, in Waterloo Friday night, and then Saturday night in Des Moines. We're gonna try and have both those games for you all. I'll just see what my schedule is.
Fans, get up on your feet and make some noise.
Well, the Muskies enter the ice. Coming up next, we'll have the starting lineup, the national anthem. We'll take a look at today's starting goaltenders and puck drop.
And now, it's time for the Fremont Tire starting lineup for your Sioux City Musketeers. At left wing, Toronto, Ontario, number 22, Giacomo Martino. At center, from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 91, Landon Gunderson. At right wing, from Savage, Minnesota, number 3, Peyton Richard. Your left defenseman from Detroit, Michigan, number 13, Landon Nye. At right defense from Minnetonka, Minnesota, the captain, number 6, Leo Hopka. And at goaltender, all the way from Slovakia, number 31, Samuel Urban. Associate head coach Alex Doyle, assistant coach Jake Kircher, goaltending coach Shane Clifton, hop analyst Zach Gibbons, athletic trainer Kelly Center, equipment manager Steve Wheeler, and your team physician is Dr. Michael Renner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able and face Old Glory at the West End of the Arena for the singing of the national anthem by Angie Bloomberg.
Oh, sing and you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare down the bombs bursting in air proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of
Let's cheer one more time for Angie Bloomberg.
Alrighty, let's take a look at these starting goaltenders. For Tri-City, Michael Pradle, 8-4-0-0 on the air with a 2.44 goals against average and a .899 save percentage with 1 shutout. For Sioux City, of course, it'll be Samuel Urban, 22, 3, 1, and 0. I think that's supposed to say 13. Yeah. 22, 13, 1, and 0 at 2.93 goals against average and a .900 save percentage with 2 shutouts and 2 penalty minutes because Urban's a badass. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, but... Alrighty, final game of the regular season at home for the Musketeers. It's been a fun season so far. It's kind of sad that it's ending, but you know what? We got postseason, so for sure we know we got more hockey. It'll be first line versus first line out there for both of these teams. Landon Gunderson will take the draw with Nolan Road. And we are off and underway here in Sioux City, Iowa. Muskies win the draw. Landon Nyes will handle it into the Tri-City zone there for Martino. He'll dump one down into the corner, back behind the net. Picked up there, Attila Lippe. Mishandled there, Carmelo Crandall off the boards out towards center ice there. Landon Nyes picked up there, Giacomo Martino behind the net. Martino feeds one off there for Liam Hupka. Hupka back behind the net. Lippe takes the puck away from him. Little poke in there, Gunderson, and Hupka gives Crandall a nice check into the boards. Nyes feeds it on over there for Hupka in a scramble for. Nolan, shot save made by Urban. Picked up there by Nyes in the corner. Nyes back behind the net. Both defensemen are back there behind the net now. Hupka tosses one up there for Pritchard off the glass. Feeds one out towards Sean McEwen. Morozov into the hands there of Drake Murray. Murray off the boards. Picked up by Luke Gary up the right side. Gary feeds it on across there. Nikita Klepov sends one towards the net. Got deflected into the corner. Here's Luke Gary on the giveaway. A shot went up high and wide on Pradel. Puck will be sent out there towards center ice for Dylan Nolan. Anthony Elaine Samaki will pick that one up. Elaine Samaki kept in by Dylan Nolan. Nolan down there in the corner and a scramble for Nolan. Firing it out towards center. Colby Woog will keep one in. Bounces funny off the boards. That's Klepov into the hands of Drake Murray. He'll swipe one towards center. Luke Gary was there. Here's Gary. Pass across Klepov. Shot save made by Pradel. I didn't even excuse me. I didn't even tell you the stats and how these teams match up against each other that way. So for Tri-City, they score 3.20 goals a game. They give up 3.68. For Sioux City, they score 3.66 and they give up 3.22. Power play for Tri-City, dead last at 13.8%. Sioux City, 22.1%. That's 9th. Penalty kill, 77.3%. That's 10th in the league. And Sioux City, the best at 84.1%. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Christian Lyons. Lyons off the boards towards center. Picked up Colton Whitfield. Feeds it on over across to Landon Fandel. Fandel batted down there for Christian Lyons. Lyons off the boards. Boy, and Simpson has him pinned down to the ground. Here's Max Anderson with it out towards center. Anderson picked up Musket, dumped in. Simpson shot went wide. Here's Nizameyev with it towards center. Kept in though by Owen Keefe. Cooper Simpson with it. Feeds it on over there for Fandel. Fandel in a scramble for. Picked up there by Paul Bloomer. Bloomer there for Nick Sikora. Into his hands, Jake Delaney. They'll fire it back in behind the net there. Justin Stupka's down there in the corner. Stupka, now Sikora with it back behind the net there for Fandel. Out to the point, there's Shane Gold taking a shot, got deflected wide. In the corner, Dallas View gets knocked up against the boards by Colton Whitfield. That was really bad terminology there, but that's okay. Puck will get out to the point. Gold spins around a defender. Here's Gold, a shot save made by Pradel. Muskies putting the pressure here early on Tri-City. If I can find my drink. Face-off will come to the right of Pradle. Taking the draw will be Gunderson and Nolan Road. Well, we have a false start at the face-off, naturally. So we'll try again. Face-off's won there by Nolan Road. Puck immediately cleared out towards center ice. Landon Nyes will try and handle it back in. Nyes feeds one over to Liam Hupka. Hupka on back for Landon Nyes. Nyes at center. Batted in there, Martino. Martino take it towards the blue line, and we're going to have a penalty coming up, and it's looking like it's going to be on Sioux City. Freaking lovely. Lovely. Gunderson going to the box. For what? Oh, okay. Well, there's a reason why Tri-City's power play is dead last in the league while our penalty kill is first. Face-off will come to the right of Urban. Road will take the draw with Stupka. Stupka wins the draw. Well, there's that at least. Here's Nizameyev with it in the circle. Nizameyev down there in the corner. Carvalho Crandell with it. Crandell on out for Nolan Road. Road towards the blue line. Back in there for Crandell. Crandell back for Nolan Road. Road out to the point McEwen. Pass across Nizameyev. Nizameyev out towards the blue line for Sean McEwen. Takes a shot, got blocked there by Merniks. Picked up by Nizameyev. Nizameyev towards the blue line. Nizameyev shot got blocked by his own player, Lippe. Oh, don't you just love that? Teamwork makes the dream work sometimes, doesn't it? Puck will roll into the corner there for Nizameyev. Hupka's there, so's Lippe. Lippe gets it out there for Nolan Road towards the blue line. Road into the hands of Lippe. Lippe over for Nizameyev. Off the boards, on out for McEwen. At the blue line, McEwen on Nizameyev. Nizameyev shot went wide. I'll go to the captain, McEwen. McEwen and there for Nolan Road. Back Carmelo Crandell out front. Lippe shot stopped by Urban. Boy, Tri-City cannot get anything going for him right now. Here's Lippe with it. Feeds it on over there for McEwen. McEwen in the corner off the boards out for Lippe. Lippe out the blue line. Lippe shot got deflected up high and out of play.
Sometimes landing a new job is beautiful to have a shot. Venture staffing takes the pain away before deployment. So handle venture staffing.
Face-off will come to the left of Urban, taking the draw. Well, first let's see who we got out there. We've got Musket, Luke Gary, Elaine Samaki, and Drake Murray out there. It'll be Musket taking the draw with Colby Woog, I believe. Because you don't even know. Oh, my mistake. It's Ashton Dobbs. He's not number 91, but he is number 9. There's Musket with it. Musket feeding one back. Drake Murray. Luke Gary cannot connect the pass. And there's, well, yeah, we could say it. The first clear for the Muskies on that penalty kill. There's 12 seconds left, though, on the penalty kill for them. So we'll see. Of course, they are without Trey Jeffress because of injury. He would normally be out there with Merniks, but here's Musket with it. Muskie's back at full strength. Here's Luke Gary with it up the left side. Luke Gary, pass got blocked. It stays around the corner. Ashton Dobbs with it back behind the net. There now for Paul Bloomer. Bloomer out towards center there for Simpson. Simpson, nice moves. Drake Murray into the hands of Cooper Simpson again. Simpson there now for Jack Hamilton. Bodie Leyland will take it there at center. Leyland rolls up the left side, loses control of the puck there for Drake Murray. Murray intercepted there by Carson Pilgrim. Pilgrim picked up there by Landon Gunderson. Gunderson feeds one off Drake Murray. Long toss to Tate Pritchard. Pritchard missed by Gunderson. At a wall. Straight past Pradle. Say that 5 times fast. Here's Nolan with it out towards center. Nolan up the left side. Picked up there by Shane Gold. Boy. Hey, hold up here. We got Nolan holding on to, well, there's Martino. Johnny scores! Giacomo Martino! While Nolan was holding, Pritchard, Martino went straight up the ice and scored! Muskies with a 1-0 lead. Oh my goodness, that wasn't even a good shot. Cradle just doesn't know how to do his job. That was what was the issue there, but boy. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the fact that Nolan was grabbing Pritchard's leg, taking him down with him. We'll just ignore that part. And instead we'll just say Giacomo Martino's got his 31st goal on the season, which puts him up in second place in terms of goals, so. Icing called. Face off will come to the left of Cradle. Gunderson will take the draw with Cam Springer. There's Gold with it, firing it back behind the net there for Pritchard. Pritchard, and Pradle hangs on to it. Some of the Muskies said it went in, but they were immediately waving it off. Well, 13-14 left to go in this first period. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. Well, as we transitioned out of this break, it was announced that the play is under review. So they're going to review the last play we had right before the whistle, where it looked like Pradle held on to the puck, but the Muskies players were all, cheering. They had their hands up in the air. So that obviously, tell us that they thought it was a goal, but, obviously we don't know whether or not it went in. It was an odd angle shot, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, well. Yeah, view from the on angle. Yeah, Pradle just held on to it, and then he got pushed into the net, so. And even then, once the puck came out, it was in the crease, so. Anyway, Muskies win the draw. Here's Pritchard with it at the blue line. Pritchard tried to get it to Gold, but instead shoots it off the boards into the corner. Puck picked up there by Gold. Gold fires one back behind the net there for Gunderson. Gunderson's there in a scramble for. There's Martino with it there. Nolan Road off the boards. On out. Attila Lippe will flip one down into the corner. Puck picked up there by Landon Nyes. He could have just let it go for icing, but I guess he didn't want to do that. Puck's in a scramble for. Here's Gold with it now. Gold. Carmelo Crandell with it now. Crandell feeds it on over across. There's a shot save made by Urban. Taken there by Shane Gold. Gold up towards the right side. Gold Nice moves. Gold spins around some defender, somehow broke free. Pass across was intercepted by Cooper Simpson out towards center ice. Doms was there. Now Delaney will feed one over for Stupka. Tip Sikora down into the corner. Boy, and a big hit on Fandel. Well, at least they tried. Here's Delaney with it. He fires, a shot went wide. On back to Delaney. Weird how things like that work sometimes. Doms drags one out towards the blue line. That's Lyons. A shot went wide into the corner. There for Sikora. Sikora, pass across, cannot connect with View. Here's Lyons into the corner for View. View back behind the net. Stupka's there. Stupka in the corner. Stupka fires one off the boards. And there Doms was there. Here's View now with it. View into the corner there for Stupka. Stupka back behind the net there for View. Nezamayev is there. Nezamayev on out there for Dallas View. View fires one towards the net, got deflected wide. Delaney poked up into the air. It falls down in the corner. There's Stupka with it now off the board. Stupka in a scramble for it. Puck will roll all the way down ice. That should be icing. It is. Exactly 11 minutes left to go here in this first period. Face-off will come to the right of Pradel. Face-off's won there by Merniks. It gets on out to Christian Lyons. There for Klepov. Klepov's shot got blocked there by Pradel and into the corner. There for Merniks. There's Merniks back behind the net. Into the hands of Nikita Klepov. On out Merniks. Shot save made by Pradel. Cooper Simpson now will take that one. Simpson out towards center ice. Picked up there by Luke Gary. Here's Gary on over to Klepov. Klepov cannot, connect with Merniks. Puck picked up there by Dylan Nolan. He'll roll up the right side. Nolan, nice moves. Nolan, a shot. Got blocked there in front. There's Hupka now. He'll take that one. Hupka fires one off the boards. Mishandled there by Klepov. Taken there by Colby Woog. Woog on across. There for Bodkowski. Bodkowski fires one down into the corner. Behind the net, it's taken there by Hupka. Hupka. And a scramble for Merniks is there. Behind the net there, Urban. He'll play it on over towards the left side to Keefe. Keefe back behind the net there for Hupka in the corner. Hupka behind the net. Hupka right out there in front. Shot save made by Urban. 9:53 left to go here in this first period. We'll be back.
Hey, Heather, it's Charlie. Must have missed you. Not that I miss you. I wouldn't say I miss you because that would be weird this early in the relationship. Not that this isn't a relationship. I know that.
To re-record your message, press 3.
Heather, how are you? That was creepy. You smelled so good last night. Is that weird to say? Why am I talking so loud? Oh, that was a lame joke. People say I'm a pretty good, salsa dancer. Oh.
Share more, way more. Now get 1,500 whatever minutes for $39.99. T-Mobile. Stick together.
Welcome back, everybody. 9:53 left to go here in this first period. Sioux City up by a score of 1-0. Sioux City, they've pretty much dominated the entire game so far. Quite surprising. I thought, well, like I said in the pregame, both these teams, they're coming off of playing both Friday and Saturday night. So, I had said, which team's going to look more fatigued, or at least who's going to show it. So far, either team I don't think really has. They've played like, this is their first game of the weekend. So here we go. Musket will take the draw with Cam Springer, although Muskies have the edge just slightly, a little bit. Face-off will come to the left of Urban. Musket will take the draw with Cam Springer. A false start with both these teams. Face-off's one. Puck will roll into the corner there for Elaine Samaki. Picked up McEwen. Shot went wide. Ooh, geez, Louise Anderson throws Ward into the boards. I mean, I would too, but here's Anderson all the way down into the corner. This could be an icing. Ooh, Oh, it is. Careful down there. Gavin Gary got sandwiched between Cole Ward and Ryland Bonkowski, I think. Yeah. No, it was McEwen and Ward. Okay, there we go. I was seeing double. Face off will come to the right of Urbon. Musket will take the draw this time with Nolan Road. Face-off's one. Here's Road with it towards the net. Shot. Big save by Urbon. Crandall with it out towards the blue line there for Cole Ward. Ward deflected in front. Oh, my goodness. Urbon. Two nice saves by him. Here's Anderson with it now. Anderson fires one down into the hands of Prado. Boy, he barely held on to that. Crandall with it back behind the net. Tripped up Musket. Of course, we're not going to call that. Ooh, Musket. I think was a little slow to his feet. Ooh, yeah, he does not look good at all. Oh, that's just freaking lovely. Puck will be chipped down into the corner. Uh-oh. They called offsides, and Nolan Road took a shot right at Urbon. And, of course, Gavin Gary will make him pay for it. As he should. So somebody from Tri-City's going to the box, I think, because of that. Or maybe not. We can maybe just let it slide with no repercussions. Nolan Road needs to shave. His mustache and beard look like dog water, I'll tell you that much. Oh my, now they can't figure out where they want to have this face-off. Ooh, Crandall went knee to knee with Musket. That's what that was. Yeah, Musket's going to the locker room. God, we don't need him out now. Trey Jeffress being out's already enough. Now Lincoln's coach wants an explanation on what, God only knows. Marco Trevino is his name. I don't know what the hell's going on, but what's he complaining about? Not a goddamn thing. He's just like, yeah, I thought we told you to have all the calls be on Sioux City. Like you would call a penalty every minute or whatever. Oh, God, now they're going to review. For a major. For frick's sake, if Case and Musket got injured, why would he get him? Oh, my. Okay, I'm not even going to. In fact, we don't even know what play he's trying to challenge. That's the thing. And that's the problem with the new rule. You can challenge pretty much anything at any time, and it could take, 5 minutes to review it, when it really shouldn't take that long. I mean, it should be pretty cut and dry, but. Muskies, they've got all the momentum right now. I don't know what we need to review for. I mean, I get it. They want to get calls right, but. Boy, we've got Michael Myers. Right there. Oh my. I mean, whatever it is, they're taking a long look at it. Yeah, they haven't shown a replay for anything, so the only thing I know is that they're reviewing something. Okay, now they're done. Let's see what they call. So they reviewed it for absolutely nothing, pretty much. And Tri-City's coach is freaking out. Marco Trevino. All right, shut your goddamn mouth and let's get back to playing. Holy smokes. Face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's right in front of the penalty box across from the Tri-City bench. So I didn't even get that right either. Bodie Leyland with it. Tipped there by Simpson towards the blue line. Taken away by Tate Pritchard up the right side. Here's Pritchard. Nice moves. Pritchard. Oh, he lost control of the puck. Tries to get it toward the net, though. Didn't work. Here's Simpson with it. Simpson, nice pass. Got blocked on around center ice there by Martino. Give away Nizameyev. Nizameyev. Pass across to Dom. Shot save made by Urban. Rebound. It's loose in front. And it comes out for Landon Gunderson. And a penalty, I think, is going to be called. He also took the net off the moorings. Simpson did. At least I thought there was going to be a penalty. Referee pointed towards the box. That's usually what that means, but... Well, now they're having a discussion now about something. You know, they also might have blew the whistle because they thought Urban had the puck, but he never had possession of it. You know, once they lose sight of it, boom, they got to blow it, which I think is kind of a dumb rule. If it could tell you no for absolute certainty that it's lost or whatever, however you want to say that, don't blow it until you know that for sure. But that's just me. Tri-City wins the draw and they immediately get it back behind the net of Pradle. Colby Woog will take it behind the net. Woog towards center ice. Woog picked up there by Lippe. Lippe at the blue line. Picked up there by Jake Delaney. There's Stupka with it behind the net. Stupka on out there for Dallas View. View out toward center. Woog and Sikora battling for it. Boy, Sikora kind of gave a nice little whack at Woog. I'm surprised that wasn't called. Normally it would, that's why, but... Here's Rode with it now. Rode, a shot went wide of Urban. Picked up there by Sikora in the corner. Here's Sikora out there for View. View up the right side. View against his former team. Puck will roll into the corner there for View. On over to Christian Lyons. Here's Lyons battling with it with Crandall. There's View. Now Crandall steals it. Here's Crandall with it back the other way. Crandall on for Whitfield. He'll fire it back in behind the net of Urban. Lyons a little poke check. Here's Doms with it. Doms, nice moves right out there in front. Urban's got it. Now he'll throw it into the corner there for Lyons. Lyons toward center. Batted down McEwen. There's Simpson with it. Simpson. Nice move. Simpson. A shot. Save made by Urban. He flashed his glove.
Please, it's time to give away some gifts for Fan Appreciation Day.
Uh-oh.
First entries are in section 105, row H, seats 20, 21, and 22. Again, bring your ticket to the third section 105, row H, seats 20, 21, and 22. At the top of row 6, in Fan Appreciation Prizes.
Face-offs won by Gavin Gary. Here's Keefe with it towards center ice. Keefe. Uh-oh, there's a penalty on Max Anderson. God damn it. Interference is the call. Wow. Face-off will come to the right of Urban. Face-off's won. There's Nolan Road with it. There for Sean McEwen. McEwen, nice moves. Road feeds it on over there for Nizameyev. Tri-City 0 for 1 so far on the power play. Oh, and there's a penalty! Sean McEwen, get in the box. Oh, McEwen can't believe his mind. He cannot believe that. McEwen will go to the box for interference. Oh, this will be a 4-on-4, and Anderson and McEwen are going after it in the box right now. How much do you want to bet they get into a fight after they get out of the box? Boy, this is getting ugly. Ugly fast. Face-off will come to the left of Pradle. Gunderson will take the draw with Nolan Road. Gunderson wins the draw. Martino out towards center ice. There for Shane Gold. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for about, well, for a minute and 30, and then we'll have the power play for 19 seconds. Martino with it, feeds it on over there for Shane Gold. Here's Gold, pass in front. Gunderson deflected wide into the corner. There's Leyland with it towards center. Leyland, nice moves. Crandall shot. Save made by Urban. Face-off will come to the right of Urban. Pritchard will take the draw with Nizimayev. Boy, this crowd's really getting into it now. Face-off's won by Nizimayev. It gets out. Bonkowski, shot save made by Urban in front. It rolls into the corner there for Hupka. Picked up by Owen Keefe. There now for Luke Gehry towards center. There's Pritchard with it. Nice moves. Pritchard, he slips and falls with the puck. Damn, here's Nizimayev back 2-on-1. Oh, and then he slipped with it at the blue line. Bonkowski has to pick one up. Bonkowski, now here's Owen Keefe with Tate Pritchard to his right. Keefe, nice moves. Keefe towards the blue line. And there for Hupka. Hupka loses control of it. Here's Nizimayev back the other way. Nizimayev, nice moves. Nizimayev loses control of the puck. Keefe sends one out to Klepov. Towards the blue line, Klepov. I'll hang on to it. Klepov now will roll back behind the net. 20 seconds left to go on 4-on-4. Klepov towards center. 5:10 left to go here in this first. Here's Klepov. On over there for Elaine Samaki. Picked up there by Fandel. Fandel out towards center ice. This will be Pilgrim with it. Charlie Pilgrim down into the corner. Murray on Woog. Pass across Doms. Muskie's at full strength and on a power play for 15 seconds. Here's Anderson with it. Anderson feeds one off there for Klepov. Klepov there at center. Puck will roll into the corner. There for Pilgrim. Pilgrim back behind the net. Fandel will hang on to it. And that's the end of the power play. Well, it was only 15 seconds for crying out loud. Here's Murray, tipped out towards center. View now with it back behind the net there for Bonkowski. Bonkowski to Cam Springer. Here's Sikora for Stupka. Back for Sikora. Off the boards, back behind the net there. Dallas View in the corner. View on back for Stupka. In the corner, Stupka back for View. View in the corner and scramble for. View. There's a shot got blocked. Now taken there for Delaney at the blue line. Delaney back behind the net there for Stupka. Stupka batted down by Bonkowski. Here's Springer with it. Into the corner for Christian Lyons. Lyons picked up there now for Paul Bloomer out towards center ice. Here's Lincoln Yelm with it. Yelm shot save made by Urban. Oh my, 3.5 left to go here in this first period. Sioux City up 1-0. Face-off will come to the right of Urban. Nolan Road will take the draw with Landon Gunderson. Gunderson wins the draw. Here's Shane Gold with it. Gold intercepted there by Crandall. Crandall now into the hands of Nyes. Crandall picks that one up. Crandall on out. There's a shot and another big stop by Urban. Urban on fire. So we'll try again between Road and Gunderson. At the draw, Gunderson wins the face-off. Here's Gold with it down there in the corner. Gold there for Nolan Road. Crandall out in front. Lippe, nice stop there by Urban. Here's Crandall with it down there in the corner. Lippe behind the net. Lippe. Boy, he put Gold into the boards. Yeah, right. My ass if he tries doing that again. Here's Cole Ward with it there. Ward in front. McEwen there in the slot. Puck will roll into the corner there for Gunderson. Gunderson feeds it on over there for Martino. Martino out towards the blue line. Picked up there by Landon Nyes. Nyes feeds one down into the corner. Here's Ward with it. Ward on McEwen. Now there for Nolan. I'll tell you, McEwen has a bounty out on... Well, Sioux City has a bounty out on McEwen right now. I'll tell you that much. Here's Morozov with it. Here's Pilgrim. Shot save made by Urban. Luckily, nobody was there for the rebound. Here's Klepov up the right side. Klepov pass across. Here's Martino. He lost control of the puck. Here's Martino with it down there in the circle for Pilgrim. Pilgrim pass across there for Fandel. Fandel. Ooh! Morozov knocked down Leyland, his own guy. Here's Klepov now with it. Klepov there for Morozov. Puck will roll off the boards towards center. Oh, my. Hey, it happens sometimes, you know. Here's Nolan now with it. That just shows you how discombobulated Tri-City is. Puck will roll out towards center ice. There for Keefe. Keefe towards the blue line. Keefe picked up there by Klepov. Klepov at center. There Merniks. Pass across there for Luke Gary. Gary picked up there by Klepov. Vandal with it. Puck will roll into the corner for Klepov. Nizameyev with it. Flings one out towards center. Batted down Drake Murray. 69 seconds left to go in this first period. Here's Merniks. Into the hands of Luke Gary. Puck will fly out of play. Up into section 114. Coming up next on the first period intermission report, we'll have a recap on the first period, and we'll have some scores from across the country, including the Women's National Championship game. That's all coming up here on the first period intermission report. Plus, we had some honest and historic day in the NHL. Of course, Alexander Ovechkin breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record. We congratulate him from all of us here at RVN and RVN Sports. Here's Gavin Gary with it now. Gavin Gary sends one out towards the blue line. Lippe can't handle it, but Woog will. Woog fires one off the boards back behind the net. Urban won't handle it, but Drake Murray will. Tipped Anderson. Here's Martino with it at center. Picked up by Gavin Gary. Gary, nice moves. Gary in front. Shot made by Fandel. Oh, we got some extras. And not too bad, though. Face-off will come to the left of Pradle. Stupka will take the draw with Ashton Doms. Face-off's one. Puck will roll into the corner there for Lippe. Lippe. Now their Stupka shot went wide. Here's Elaine Samaki with it. Back behind the net. 15 seconds left to go. Stupka with it. Stupka will try and handle it. Boy, Stupka goes down. Not very nice. Here's Doms flinging it out towards center ice. 3 seconds left to go. Oh boy, Elaine Samaki throws him into the boards. And Zamayev shot save made by Urban. And that'll do it for one period of play. Boy, Urban on fire. 12 for 12. Sioux City's only got 5 shots, too. Holy smokes. 13 out of 13 for Urban so far. Well, let's take a look at what happened in that first. Landon Gunderson went into the box. 2 minutes for roughing. Then at 6:31, Giacomo Martino scored from Landon Gunderson and Shane Gold. 13:05, Max Anderson went in for interference. And then 19 seconds later, Sean McEwen went in for the same thing. USHL scores from across the country right now. Waterloo has a 3-2 lead over Muskegon at the end of 2. Waterloo, they're really dominating there. Tied up at 1, Chicago is at Youngstown. Right now, Muskies lead Tri-City 1-0, and then coming up later today, Cedar Rapids at Omaha. And actually about half an hour, a little less than that. Right now, college basketball national championship. UConn leads South Carolina 62-42 at the end of the third quarter. NHL scores from across the country. Right now, second intermission. The Stars lead the Wild 1-0. Coming up later on today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, the Blue Jackets are at the Senators. Coming up, and then later tonight at 5:30, the Panthers are at the Red Wings. 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Bruins are at the Sabres. Penguins at the Canadiens. 7 Eastern, Canadiens at Predators. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Golden Knights are at the Canucks. And then a final from earlier today. Well, Islanders beat the Capitals 4-1, but more important things happened in that game. That's all I'm going to say. NBA scores right now at the end of the first half. The Lakers lead the Thunder 78-56. Raptors lead the Nets 61-46 at the end of the first half. Coming up later today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Spurs are at the Trailblazers. Kings are at the Cavaliers. Wizards are at the Celtics. Jazz are at the Hawks. 7 Eastern Time, Suns are at the Knicks. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Pacers are at the Nuggets. 8:30, Rockets at Warriors. Bucks at the Pelicans. And then earlier today, the Bulls beat the Hornets 113-117. They're throwing out T-shirts to the crowd for what? I don't know what, but MLB scores right now, top of the 11th. The Yankees are at the Pirates, tied up at 4. Top of the 10th, also tied up at 4. The Cardinals are at the Red Sox, the first game of a doubleheader. Top of the 9th inning right now, the Brewers lead the Reds 8-2. Bottom of the 7th, the Cubs lead the Padres 7-6. Also bottom of the 7th, the Rangers lead the Rays 3-1. End of the 6th, the Rockies lead the A's 7-4. Middle of the 6th, the Twins lead the Astros 7-5. Bottom of the 3rd inning, the Mariners lead the Giants 2-0. Bottom of the 3rd, the Angels lead the Guardians 2-1. Then later at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday Night Baseball, the Cardinals are at the Red Sox. Nationals beat the Diamondbacks earlier today 5-4. The Phillies beat the Dodgers 8-7 earlier today. The Mets beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Detroit beat Chicago White Sox 4-3. No shock there. Royals beat the Orioles 4-1. And then this is a final. Brewers beat the Reds 8-2. And then postponement, we did have one. The Marlins are at the Braves. That'll be made up on August 9th. We'll take a break. When we come back, the second period here coming up in about 13 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Really trying to get his body.